And okay, I'm gonna go into the more techie side. So Ethereum right now, it is a protocol. It is responsible for smart contracts. You've probably heard the term smart contracts. And what that means is that what a protocol means is that it is a set of rules or guidelines in which other projects can build on top of and create a good amount of security and reliability. What that entails, though, is that if you want to trade these projects, also known as ERC tokens, if you build on top of the Ethereum protocol, you are an EOC token. If you are an EOC token, you are communicating with the Ethereum protocol. In order to make transactions, it's basically a language barrier. So that requires a transaction fee. And depending on how volatile the markets are, how the volume is, how many people are currently trading, that transaction fee can be very high. I mean, if we go to Ethereum gas station right now, ETH gas station, we can look at the amounts that transactions cost. So this is a major issue that companies such as Cardano are trying to solve. Major Ethereum competitor. The difference is Cardano is not a protocol in which companies can start building on top of. It is a protocol in which companies can build inside of. So there's not going to be that language barrier. The cost of transactions will not be that high. I actually don't know how they're going to deal with that. They're releasing their Goguen mainnet later this year, which is going to entail all of that. And that is why I personally am very bullish on a project like Cardano. I mean, if we go to its most all-time high, which was in 2018, it was at around $1.20. It's currently at 70 cents. I think it can go a lot higher than that with all the things it has coming out, because it's not only going to come out with its own Ethereum competitor protocol, it's going to come out with an ERC token converter. So if you build
hold up, let's slow it down. An EOC and then an ERC. What is an EOC?
I didn't say EOC, I said ERC.
Yeah, no, you said ERC right now, but then you mentioned an EOC built on top of something. So just, what is an ERC precisely?
So an ERC is just a token built on top of the Ethereum.
But what does that acronym mean?
I have no idea.
It's like a term that's used to describe a protocol that's built on top of another protocol.
I'm not actually sure what ERC means. Let me look it up. Ethereum request for comments.
Interesting. ERC is an acronym that stands for Ethereum Request for Comments. The most common ERC standard used to date is ERC20, a type of standard that makes the creation, use, and exchange of Ethereum based on tokens quite simple. Okay, so I mean, it's basically like Cardano is trying to not build upon Ethereum, right?
Right. So,
but other coins do.
Yeah. So let's say your dog walking company wanted to start a cryptocurrency. Right now they can either decide to go on Ethereum, or they can wait for Cardano's Goguen mainnet to launch. But if you go the Ethereum route, you're gonna build on top of Ethereum and their smart contract protocol. But if you do the Cardano way, you build in Cardano. So the transaction fees for people to buy and invest in your cryptocurrency won't be as high.
Right. But this is a US currency?
I believe so.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's absolutely absurd. Or is this 135?
No, this is gas prices in GUI, which is gas. Yeah.
GUI is gas.
Yeah, so we look at GUI against the US dollar.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Oh, okay. So 612,000 GUI is $1. Doesn't seem right.
Wow, 612 US. So it's less than $1. But pretty much it's a race against these transaction fees. You know, regardless of how low it is, because a big appeal to cryptocurrency is that you don't have to pay, say for example, when you're doing you're sending money to another country from the US, you have to pay like 2% up to sometimes 10% to 12% transaction fee to send that money with TransUnion or a bank. You know, right. Wiring the money is expensive. And when you're dealing with cryptocurrency, it's way cheaper. Because people, you know, there's the transaction fee is pennies. And with Ethereum, although it is still pennies, I mean, $1 is valued at 612,000 GUI. And so when we're looking at it that way, it's still relatively cheap. But then these other companies are saying, hey, forget these 612,000 GUI for $1.
We live in the future.
We live in the future. So $1 relative to our platform, you know, it's, you won't even reach $1. It would be 1 million GUI or whatever. Like, or actually, scratch that. It'd be less GUI. So instead of 216 for a trader to use, it would probably be like 100. Maybe it might be the standard, and that would be the appeal. So it's a race against micro pennies relative to the US dollar. Interestingly enough.
Yeah, and there are other competitors in the space. I know Polkadot is doing something similar. Polkadot is also founded by another Ethereum co-founder that got fired by Vitalik. Vitalik likes firing people, apparently. And it's all just a matter of who's going to win the race at the end of the day in this giant sphere of innovation and problems to solve. But yeah, that's a project I'm personally bullish on. It's done great so far from my entry point, and I think
I think we got it at the same time around like 30 cents.
Yeah,
it's at like 60 right now.
Yeah,
so we've doubled our money, and some change, and we'll see how it does later on. That's one of many other investments. You know, we go into stocks. Now we're gonna do real estate, and it's something that I think that you all should also be aware of. At the same time, these things are all well and good. The market's going up. But at the same time, be cautious, because at the end of the day, what goes up must come down. And as much as Elon Musk, Papa Elon, is pumping these stocks and pumping these ideas, you know, at some point people are going to sell. I mean, these are life-changing amounts of money.
You don't want to be a bag holder at the end of the day.
Precisely.
So be very cautious. And that's not to say that all asset classes are going to crash.
No, they never do.
It's mainly to say that if the stock market were to take a massive correction, which it's kind of overdue for one, it would be wise to start shifting into other asset classes. And now that crypto is becoming a more sophisticated asset class, it would be wise to highly consider it, aside from real estate or gold.
But don't put your life savings in it.
Right.
You know, like, right. I mean,
diversification.
Let's be real. I mean, at the end of the day, like, these are very interesting utilities, and they're probably going to gain a lot more momentum in the coming years, as they already have. I mean, but people are investing in these things just because they're cryptocurrencies or whatever. Like, people don't really understand this stuff, at least the vast majority. And I mean, if anything that we've said today has helped you better understand, then I can tip my hat and say, we'll do another episode again and explain it even further. But at the end of the day, just invest your money. I mean, you will lose money if you invest with us or if you even take any of our advice, but just invest your money, build a long-term investment portfolio, get your act together. I mean, think about the next couple of years, because, you know, money drives this world, or crypto drives this world, but you're going to need some kind of currency, and the best currency to purchase crypto is the US dollar. I mean,
evidently.
Yeah. I mean, we're all weighting it against the US dollar and all this stuff. But if you have other currencies like the yen or the rupee, you know, purchase some of this stuff and just watch it grow. And, you know, we don't know what the hell is going to happen in the market. I mean, but things are just booming right now, and there's still going to be more time. And we just came out of a terrible pandemic, and, you know, people are just itching and scratching to just get some type of excitement and just see growth happen.